How's everyone? Grant here and welcome back to the channel. And today I'll be unboxing the Samsung Galaxy Note Fan Edition, aka Galaxy Note 8. And so this I bought off Amazon for $800, and I believe it's still retailing out for about that price on eBay, Amazon, everywhere, just because it's a collector's edition that was only pretty much released in South Korea, not available here in the US. So of course they're gonna bump up the price and they're gonna sell it for a pretty high amount. And really this is not about the price, this is about the love. And so it's not about the price to value, because if we talked about that, it's probably not worth it, especially with the Galaxy Note 8 about to be released. This is for those who either had the Note 7 or wanted to get it and couldn't, and really just want a second try with it. So when I had the Note 7, I really did like it. I'm not sure if I loved it. I didn't have enough time to determine that, but I really did like the time that I did have with it, and we'll see. Maybe I'm getting it just because I didn't have enough time with it and I'll find out it's just okay, or I truly do love the phone and this is a good purchase decision. But really, again, only released in South Korea, has to be imported. You can see here it's all the same specs. It's made from supposedly unused parts from the Galaxy Note 7, so technically not refurbished, just unused parts from the previous Note 7s. You can see there the silhouette of the S Pen, and this is pretty much the same packaging except for the front here. You can see there KT Korea Telecom, and the specs here on the back: 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage, 64-bit octa-core processor. And this is the best part about this. In the US with the Note 7, we got the Snapdragon 820, and this one is coming with the Exynos 8890. And so I did buy the US Note 7, which had the Snapdragon in it, and then I tried to import the Exynos version, and of course the whole thing with the blowing up Note 7s happened, and I couldn't get my hands on an Exynos version. And pretty much any Samsung device that I've tried without the Exynos version, basically anything with a Snapdragon processor in it, had some pretty significant lag to it, including the Note 7. The S8 is probably the exception to that with that 835. It's actually the smoothest Samsung experience I've had with a Snapdragon processor. It does have a hiccup here and there, but nothing that made me want to run out and go get the Exynos version. And so this having the Exynos version and essentially the Note 7 again, I think it's going to be a much better experience than it had with the Note 7 with the Snapdragon, so I can't wait to get my hands on it. But let's go ahead and just get this thing unboxed. Remove the sleeve there, and we'll cut through the seal. And just like the previous packaging, it is this magnetic flap here. You see the Samsung branding on the front, and you just unfold it, and there it is, the Samsung Galaxy Note FE Fan Edition, aka Note 7. I'm gonna have a hard time calling this the FE, it's just kind of ridiculous, or even the Fan Edition. You can see this does come with a pre-applied screen protector. Actually, probably not. I'm gonna rip this thing off. I think it's just a sticker. Yeah, it's just a sticker, sorry. I'm used to phones coming with some pre-installed screen protectors there. And on the rear here, we'll go ahead and remove the back and the sticker. I hate how they put these serial number 9 stickers there on the back, but there you can see it. The Note FE, Samsung with Galaxy Note Fan Edition on the back there. You can see here, I'm pretty sure the Note 7 had Samsung on the front, and that is non-existent here. So no Samsung branding on the front of the Note FE, which is awesome. You can see there you have your speaker grill, your camera, flash, as well as iris scanner. On the bottom, you've got your headphone jack, which a lot of people I'm sure is a fan of. You've got your micro USB Type-C port, your primary microphone speaker, and your S Pen. So there is the S Pen in blue coral. There it is. So I got the blue coral color because this is the color I got my Note 7 in. I want to get the same color and re-experience that. You can see the gold trim there on the sides. You've got your power button on the right, volume rocker or volume buttons on the left, and on the top you have your SIM tray and micro SD card tray, along with your secondary microphone there and your antenna lines. On the back you've got that camera hump as well as your flash. But this is bringing back memories, and I really do like the Note 7. I did like the Note 7. I'm liking this Fan Edition here, and we'll see if I like this more than the Note 8 even, especially with the Exynos processor. I don't care if the new Note 8 is going to come with an 835 in it. I think the Exynos processor here is going to be more than enough for me and probably even provide a smoother experience. And what I do like about the Note FE here is that it still maintains that 16:9 aspect ratio, and it has a front-mounted fingerprint scanner. I never got used to the fingerprint scanner on the S8 and the S8 Plus back here. I just never got used to that. I do not like the iris scanner either. It doesn't always work for me. Plus, when you're pulling it out of your pocket, I don't want to have to look at the device. I'd rather just unlock it as I pull it out of my pocket with the fingerprint scanner. And so I know I'm going to like the front-mounted fingerprint scanner. In general, my preference is to have a front-mounted fingerprint scanner on my devices. So I know I'm going to like that. And so the basic three things that I think I'm really going to like about this thing is A, the Exynos processor, like I mentioned, the 16:9 aspect ratio, and the front-mounted fingerprint scanner, all of which won't be there on the Galaxy Note 8. So I could actually like the overall experience better. It's definitely not going to be as powerful, granted, than the Note 8, but we'll see if I do like this more than Note 8 when I do get the Note 8. But because it is an edge-to-edge display, even though it is a wider 16:9 aspect ratio, that curved edge is an edge-to-edge display, this feels really nice in the hand, as you can see there. I can touch my fingers. This still feels like a narrow device, even though it doesn't have your 18.5:9 aspect ratio like a S8 Plus here. So this is very nice to hold in the hands for a 6.2-inch device. But as you can see, I can wrap my hand around the Note FE2, so it still feels like a fairly narrow device. So we'll go ahead and set that to the side really quick, and I'm pretty sure you're just going to get all the same goodies that you got in the box the last time around, but let's just check it out anyway. So we'll pull out this box here. It's got your SIM ejection tool, and we'll see what's in here. And actually, look, you actually get a case. That's pretty awesome. You didn't not get a case with the Note 7. So there's your SIM tool, and you actually get a folio style case. So we'll take a closer look at this. And you get all the same goodies that you got in the box before. So you have your wall charger, should be adaptive fast charging, and it is. It is the international version. You've got your S Pen extra tips there as well. This should be your Type-C charging port, and it is not black cables like you got with your S8 and S8 Plus. It's still the white cables that you got with your Note 7. You do have your OTG adapter here for Type-C to USB. And you have your Samsung earbuds, white earbuds in a black container, same as last time. So we'll go ahead and power it up and show you the boot up here. And so there you can see I've already ran through the setup, nothing too interesting there. Set up the fingerprint scanner so we can actually try that out here. And it is not just a scanner. You're actually gonna have to depress the home button just like the Note 7, but still very fast, as you can see here. And as you can see here, it has the latest Samsung Experience UI, so it just looks a lot like the Galaxy S8, S8 Plus. So you're gonna get that same UI experience. Swipe up or swipe down to access your app drawer. If we swipe up, you can see some of the bloatware there. You're gonna have some of the Korean apps there, Samsung apps as well. Standard Google apps, including Duo, Microsoft apps, definitely some bloat there. And again, Korea Telecom applications, etc., but nothing too bad other than that. We can go into settings here, go to About Phone, Software Information, Android 7.0 out of the box. Really would have liked 7.1 at least, Samsung Experience 8.1, and the June 1st, 2017 security patch there. We can also check out device maintenance here, and we can check out the memory. So of the 4 gigs, it's using 1.6 right now out of the box, and storage 12.9 gigs of the 64 gigs of onboard storage. That is a huge initial install. So 13 gigs already eaten up out of the box. You may want that micro SD card or start to try to uninstall some things. Actually, let's go and check some of that stuff out. Can we install some of this? Let's go here. Looks like we're just going to be able to disable it. So some of this stuff does not look like we're going to be able to uninstall. We'll just disable. So that's too bad. I think some of these things maybe we can, some you can't. But if we go in here, we can check out the camera app. Should be the pretty standard latest Samsung camera app, and it definitely looks like it is. Swipe in here to see all the different camera modes. So you have your auto, pro mode here, manual mode, control, ISO, shutter speed, white balance, etc. All that good stuff, autofocus. And you also have panorama mode, selective focus, so that's kind of like their bokeh effect, slow motion, hyperlapse, food mode, as well as virtual shot. And we can go into settings and check out picture size there, so 12 megapixel rear camera there. You can save as RAW if you want, so that's nice. Video up to 4K, including 60 frames per second, as well as quad HD resolutions. And you do have tracking autofocus there, front camera, 5 megapixel front camera. You can see the resolution there, as well as the video size. You can go up to quad HD on your front facing camera, 1440p, so that is nice for the selfie cam. Video stabilization options as well. So standard Samsung app, same like you're going to see in the S8, S8 Plus, same kind of features. So you've got parity there. We can swipe back into auto mode here, and we can even try to take a picture. So let's bring in an object there, so we can get the camera interface on screen, and snap, really fast shutter speed as you would expect, and a very good looking photo. Looks a little blown out because I think on camera, but in person it looks very good. I think because the brightness level is a little bit high. We can turn that down a bit. We can go back to that photo. Maybe it looks a little bit better. Still blown out on camera, but it really looks good and nice and sharp in person. Double tap in for that detail. So we'll test. I don't know if I'm going to test out the camera. It's going to be about the same as last time. I don't think there's going to be a lot of a difference there. But if you want me to test out the camera on this thing, let me know and I might do that. But as you can see, we can even launch some apps here. So maybe YouTube. Pretty quick. Maps. And we hit recents, and you can see everything is very smooth. So there's no hiccuping that I can see here. Of course, there's really not a lot open, but really nothing to complain about as far as stuttering or jank or any of that kind of stuff. Everything seems to be pretty smooth here. But we'll load it up, we'll test it out, and I'll let you know my experience as we go along here. But you can see YouTube scrolling not bad at all. So I think I'm really going to like the Exynos processor. I think I'm really going to like having that 16:9 display, edge-to-edge design with a front-mounted fingerprint scanner. And just holding this feels really, really good. I'm really liking having my Note 7 back, or should I say Fan Edition. And let's go ahead and try out this case that came with it. So this is the official Samsung folio style case. And it's in this coral blue color, just like my coral blue Note FE there. Comes with some plastic on it, so try to take that off and open it up, take out the padding. It even comes with paperwork, a case that comes with paperwork. And there you can see, I guess they're instructing you on how to put it in, but we'll just try it our way. Put it in there, and there you go. So, and you can see through the front of the case, so that's really cool. You don't have to open it up. You can see your notifications. You're always on display. Has a cutout for your earpiece, so you don't have to open it up when you want to take a call. Camera and flash fully exposed back there. Fully exposed on the bottom ports, as well as the top. Actually, the top is covered with a cutout for the secondary microphone there. The right side, as you can see, is covered except for the power button. And check out the left side here. It's this kind of vinyl material, and the power covers here for up and down volume. Very tactile though, so not hard to press at all. And if you open it up, it wakes it up. You can unlock it there. Already have a software update waiting for me. And when you close it up, it'll put it back to sleep, and you can see your always on display notifications through there. So very nice case. Actually feels very good. Let's see if we, can flap open, but not a big deal. Can it be used as a stand? It does not use as a stand this way, but maybe this way. Nope. So it's really no good as a stand. It's just pretty much a folio style case. It's a nice looking case for sure. It definitely adds a lot of grip to it. Seems fairly protective, except you have some exposures, but corners are fairly protected, I guess. It's mainly seems to be more for style than for a lot of protection or really functionality outside of this cool looking translucent cover that shows you you're always on display. But nevertheless, a very nice add-on from Samsung there for your Note FE. Already included, nice folio style case there. And lastly, we can compare it to the only other Note that I have, which is the Note 5. So here's a Note FE compared to the Galaxy Note 5. You can see it there. Of course, the Note 5 has that flat front design that I think a lot of people do like, versus the rounded corners on both the front and the back on the Note FE. So the Note 7 kind of was, I think, the first device to have that curved front and back that kind of met in the middle like this. So that's cool. But there it is against the Note 5. Flip it behind. The Note 5 does have that curved back though. Pretty much the same camera module and flash positioning with the Samsung branding. Nothing on the bottom of the Note 5, but you do have that fan edition stamp there on the FE. And looking at it from the side, get a sense of the thickness, bottom ports, other side with the volume buttons, as well as the top. So very similar. Note 5, and I think the Note 5 is still a great device, by the way. Also still with that S Pen on the bottom. But there's just something to think about the Note 7 or the Note FE. I do like the rounded corners here because it's not as rounded as something like the S7 Edge here. The S7 Edge was much more rounded on the corners and much more curved on the edges here. A lot less of a curve on the edges and on the sides on the Note, and that's pretty much how the Note 5 was and pretty much how the Note 8 is expected to be. Not as rounded off on the edge display and not as rounded off on the corners as the S8. So I do like the Note design. I'm liking the Note 7, or I did like the Note 7, and first impressions on the FE are still very positive. I'll continue to use this and see if I still do like this over time. I'll let you know if I like this experience here on the FE more than Note 8 or vice versa. And last, I think one of the best parts of getting the Note FE is that I can actually go back and use all my Galaxy Note 7 cases that I still have. So I got a bunch of speaking cases here that I should be able to reuse here on the Note FE. So we've got a pretty thin shell here that I like that has that coral blue color. And so as you can see, cases obviously are going to fit perfectly. All the cutouts there, everything. So I'm really going to like using these cases because, well, I never got to use them the last time, and I never bothered trying to get my money back or sending it back, so I'm glad I do still have them. So now I can use them here on the Note FE. Another case with kind of that blue coral trim there that I can use, like that one, provides a little more protection than the slim case there, shell style case. I got a clear one here with a kickstand. This is also going to be awesome because it's a clear case to show off the design. Plus we get that nice kickstand there, so that's very nice there. And I also have a wallet credit card style case, and I like these because then when I have a bunch of phones, I don't need to carry a wallet. I can just stick whatever I need in one of the phones, and it adds a bunch of protection. You can see how recessed that is, and you have your nice little card slot. You can stick some cards and maybe a couple bills in there. So really looking forward to reuse my Note 7 cases here on the Note FE, but just wanted to quickly show you that. So if there's anything else you want to know about this device, you want me to test out, you want me to show you, drop me a comment down below. Any other questions or comments are always welcome. And as always, thanks for watching.